Heidi, how are you?
Good, I'm great.
good
How
to
are
see
you?
you.
Nice to see you again.
Oh my God.
I could do daycare. Like, I never considered I could be anything other than an employee.
So that was
Yeah,
actually
so
it.
that
So the
was really-
daycare. Oh, really?
People want to belong to something bigger than themselves.
Hi, I'm John Chen. I'm the CEO of Geoteaming, and I've got a very special guest today who I met in a very special way. Today I have with me, Heidi. Heidi, how are you?
Good, I'm great.
good
How
to
are
see
you?
you.
Nice to see you again.
Oh my gosh, it's been a little while.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Well, to see that Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, the infamous Super Bowl.
Okay, so I can now talk about how we met. So, Heidi, you're the CEO now of your company, is that right? Or
Yes.
is that the correct title?
Yes, CEO of Innov8tive Nutrition.
And so we met actually Super Bowl 49 when I was able to get her to, I think they were end zone tickets.
Yep,
right?
they were.
They're special end zone tickets. In Arizona, the very infamous, like people were overselling tickets, so the fact that I got you valid tickets actually was a big deal.
It was a huge deal. It was the whole package. Remember, I got the whole package.
Oh, I
it was
know
pretty
that
fun.
package.
Yeah.
And the guy who I met in the package was somebody who I met the year before in Super Bowl 48. And,
That's right.
And it's really tough to find straight shooters when you are dealing with that much in tickets.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you and I met, remember, on the plane.
Yeah.
That's
just
how we.
first class, I
yeah.
think, right? West
That's how we
Airlines?
connected. Yep.
Aw.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's how we know each other, and you and your husband had this special experience, except for the last like 30 seconds of this game, right? We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But, so tell me more about your company. It's what is Innovate? If I get it right?
Innov8tive Nutrition.
Innov8tive Nutrition.
We launched it in October of 2016, and we launched it with actually 4 products. We now have 11.
Wow.
Yeah, health and wellness, liquid vitamins, sleep, energy, weight loss, that type of stuff. We just actually launched our first skincare line actually last month. And yeah, we're growing. It's super exciting.
My sister's into cosmetics too. She had a special wrap, and she's making her own products in West Lynn. It's called Skinology.
Wow, way to go.
Yeah.
I love entrepreneurs. That's a good thing.
Exactly. Okay, so how did you create this company, or what's really important about this company? Because I know you've done some things in the past, but what do you want to have happen inside this company?
So yes, I've been in the health and wellness network marketing space for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
I was the top distributor for another company for the 18 years at the same company, which is pretty unusual in our industry.
Get to be consistent over time.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. And I really feel like network marketing is such a natural thing for a lot of people. When we find something we love, we share it, right?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of was always my philosophy when I started. Originally, I really just wanted to be home raising my own kids, and that was what drew me to wanting to be self-employed.
Yeah.
And so network marketing, I obviously fell in love with health and wellness, and then network marketing just kind of came natural because I found a product I loved, and I wanted other people that I cared about to love it too. And so really that's how it started.
So I've seen some of your work, I've heard some of your stories, and I also know network marketing, which is like, sometimes you don't even want to buy from your own family members, right?
Yeah.
So how do you like, you coach a lot of people about how to do this, and what's one of the secrets? Because I'd be very curious about that.
Well, I think the biggest secret is just networking with people, creating friendships, having that trust factor. And I think that people try to sell to each other. I never try and sell. Typically people chase me out of the room. Wait a minute, I want what you have, because I don't really offer it. It's more about sharing stories, sharing results. What do you, we always say, what do you do? What do you do? We talk about our kids, we talk about our passions. And really for me, health and wellness and network marketing are all of those things that came together. A lot of people don't know I started 20 years ago because I had a sick baby.
Oh,
And
I didn't know. I don't even think I know this story.
Yeah, and so he's now 20.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations.
And so I started really to try and find a way to help my child. And I think that happens for a lot of moms, right? Or a lot of parents in general, that like you do things for your kids that you wouldn't do normally.
Yeah.
And so I found this product that made a difference for him and our family. And I just couldn't shut up about it. I had to tell people, oh my gosh, it was this easy. this supplement, and I mean 20 years.
So the supplement is what helped your baby.
Exactly. And you know, 20 years ago supplements weren't big. 20 years ago a lot of people thought if you did supplement you were a little cuckoo.
You're either eating vitamins like multi-day or you're doing these weird stuff.
Exactly. And so for me I really feel like it was meant to be. Like it was like, and I hear that a lot. People are like, oh, I was meant to meet you because I was meant to find out about this product. And so for me, I think I was meant to be on this path.
Huh.
And for Innov8tive,
Yeah.
what I love is I feel like it's bringing the best of health and wellness. Obviously, we have products that are amazing.
Yeah.
And I get to help other moms stay home with their kids, raise their own kids, have time freedom. You don't buy time, you don't get that back.
That's right.
And then the financial freedom to, you know, money doesn't make you happy, it gives you a lot of options. It gives you a lot of options.
You've heard the quote with this, right?
Uh-uh.
Money doesn't solve problems, but allows you to arrive at your problems in style.
That's right. I love that. And I mean, even think about you and I, how we met. We met in first class.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been in first class had I not
Right.
had a successful business,
Right.
entrepreneur, that kind of thing. And it opens those doors. So it just allows you opportunities, options in life.
Choices,
Yeah,
My
choices.
theory in life is that I just want 2 or more good choices for every situation. And money sometimes gives you
Sure.
those choices. Talking about people doing good things is so funny. Like yesterday, I just spent 4th of July as a shout out from Mark Dahl. He had brain cancer where at the age of 12, they gave him 2 hours to live.
Oh my goodness.
And he survived 16 brain surgeries, and his dad quit his high-paying job and became the CEO for the American Cancer Society.
Oh, what a
here
beautiful
in
story.
Washington State.
Oh
right?
my gosh.
I mean, his dad was really dedicated so far that he changed his career so he could help his son more.
Oh,
That's it.
see? That became a passion. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing for me.
So you're saying that you don't come in here and I have 50 products to sell. You just come in and you sit down and actually tell a bunch of stories, and you tell your people to tell stories, and almost not, I call it anti-selling, right, or anti-marketing.
Yeah.
Which is you don't even talk about any of the other stuff, and then they chase you out the door.
Absolutely, because when you share with people something that works, because you touched on it before about there's a lot of things in our world that you can't really trust, or they say they do one thing and they don't do it.
Yep.
And so when you have something that really follows through with what you're saying it does, people want it. And so I always tell my group, we've got the cookies, we got what they want. They just don't know it yet.
It's your job. That's your job.
That's our job.
That's
and we
your
don't
job.
walk around with, a ticker that goes across our head that says, I used to be fat, tired, or broke. So, you have to tell people.
You could do that now, though.
You
We
could.
have technology now.
That's probably true. Might not look very good, but yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, man. Okay, so let's see. So then tell me some of besides the storytelling, tell me some of your other secrets that helped you be top in the past and then top now.
Hard work ethics,
Sure.
for sure. Nothing replaces hard work, in my opinion. I was raised by a single mom, and so I started
Me too.
working at a very young age, 13. And so,
What was your first job?
picking strawberries in the fields of Mount Vernon.
Oh, yeah. You pick.
And
You
then I
pick.
also bussed
Yeah.
tables for my mom in the restaurants she worked for.
In Vernon?
Yeah,
Which one is it? Is it still here?
No.
It's gone.
No.
Oh.
And even like in Linwood, and I mean, we lived, because my mom was a single mom and we had 5 kids, we lived all over the state of Washington.
Yeah,
So
just
moved when
with
we
the
had
job.
to.
Yeah,
Yep,
sure.
exactly. So working hard comes natural to me. It's like breathing. It's just what you do.
What was your belief early on about money, though? That's what I'm kind of curious. Like money.
We never had enough of it.
Money, and we never had enough.
We
What
never
else?
had enough.
What other beliefs did you have growing up?
Well, the situation that we had, there'd be times I'd come home from school with no electricity. So I saw my mom working 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs, and still not enough, still not getting ahead.
It was frustrating, right?
So frustrating. Well, and I think to myself, she died 6 years ago, but I think to myself, I don't ever want to live that life. Like, I don't ever want to walk around in a state of lack like she did, and it's sad that I love that she got to see my success because she didn't know what I did. She never.
You still never quite got it.
She never could quite understand, but she was
our
always.
Meeting professionals, everyone thinks we're party planners, and that's
she's
not
like,
exactly what we do, right?
But she was always super proud of me. So, working hard, never getting ahead. That's kind of the story that I watched happen when I was young. Yeah. And with network marketing, I have to say, it's up to you. And I tell my team all the time, if it is to be, it's up to me. You have to choose. You get to get up every morning, make that decision. Do I want to work today? Do I not want to work today? Do I want to make money? Do I want to make more money?
All of them are okay,
all of them are okay.
Like, you never have to really feel bad unless you want to feel bad. Like, you're choosing to feel bad as opposed to, something's making you feel bad. I think that's a big difference.
I think it's a huge difference. And as an employee, you have to make what they pay you, what they choose to pay you, take time off when they choose to give you time off. I mean, they literally run your life and you're making money for them. Why not make money for yourself and your own family?
When did the entrepreneurial bug bite you?
With network marketing. Well,
was there one before?
I did daycare as a way to stay home with my kids. So I worked in corporate America. I had my first daughter, and I had the situation where I had to make a choice between staying home with her when she was sick and having to go to work. And I remember.
Hold that right there, though. Doesn't that suck? You have to make that decision.
It's awful.
Okay.
It's awful.
Just so you know.
And you know what? I have to say that the lady that had my daughter in daycare in that 7 months, beginning 7 months, she said to me, "You should do daycare." And I'm like, I could do daycare? Like, I never considered I could be anything other than an employee.
So that was actually it.
So that was
the
really.
daycare, really?
Because then I thought, okay, I could do that. So I went to my boss, and I said, I'm going to stay home and do daycare. And she's like, great, you're going to take my son. I'm like, cool. I'm in business.
Aww.
And so I did it for 10 years, and I was a professional, which meant you had to go through licensing.
Yeah, you have numbers. And it's Daddy Daycare. We watched Daddy Daycare and watched some of it.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it's a business. So I think I learned a lot of my business skills there.
Yeah.
But I just decided then I didn't want someone else to raise her. I didn't want someone else to tell me I couldn't be home with her when she was ill.
Yeah.
So
that was it.
That was it.
All right, well, let's get back. I'm just imagining, right, the Whitehair, family daycare center, but that didn't happen. That something else happened.
No, yeah.
So something else I think that I've seen in your selling that is really important is that it's, at least what I've seen in network marketing too, I believe that one of the strategies to win in network sales is not to actually sell the product yourself, but to build amazing teams. Is that actually right?
Well, it is in that my strategy is always about caring more about that person. So as a customer, like if you're my customer, I want to help you get the best results on the products.
Yes.
And then that naturally leads to people that want to share them with other people because you become a walking billboard, right?
Yeah.
So then as a promoter, I want to help you get the best results as a promoter. So if you're always looking at how can I help that person be better, reach their goals, you reach yours automatically. So it's not like you have to sit out and go, okay, I've got to sell this many things today. It's more about how many people can I help today.
Yeah. And does that lead to the development of teams? That's what I'm trying to see. So I'll remember one of the stories that I talked to you about where you dropped in unexpectedly in a group. Do you remember this? Yeah?
I do. Well, that was in Maryland. That was when I was coming back and I met you. It was that trip. Okay,
That's
now
right.
I
This
remember.
is why I remember.
Because I was thinking about that. Okay, so I had a big team in Maryland.
Yeah. How big is this team, just so we get context?
I remember that they would have like over 100 people at a meeting.
Okay.
And they were fairly new, and they were having a big meeting, and I knew they were going to have a big meeting, and they were just really working hard and doing lots of great things. So I got on a plane and flew across the country just to go to that meeting. Unannounced. They had no idea I was coming.
This is the awesome part.
One of the girls' husbands picked me up at the airport. I flew into snow, which was really interesting.
It was a crazy trip. I
it was a really crazy.
Yep, for sure.
And so right when they were getting ready to start the meeting, I walked out. And they, of course, went crazy because here I'm supposed to be in Washington State, they're in Maryland. And I just did it to surprise them, to kind of, as a way to go type of a thing. But
that was it.
That was it. and I flew home.
What talk about the effect, though? I mean, you at least you were able to see the effect on this group.
Well, what was super cool is as they were so I was on the other side of this wall from the actual meeting, and I'm texting the leaders of this meeting, and I'm like, oh no, tell me when you guys start. I'm so excited to hear what happens. How many people do you have there? And I'm texting them.
Oh, pretending like you're
pretending I'm at home. And they're texting me back, okay, well, just waiting. There's more people coming in the door. There's more people signing up. And I'm like, way to go, you guys. Gosh, I can't wait to hear, that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, I walked out the door and they went, wah! Like it went crazy. It was
how did you feel? I want to know, how did you feel?
So fun. So fun. So I love to give gifts. I like to recognize people when they don't think they're going to be recognized. That's my favorite part. I love to give away money.
Wow.
I just gave car bonuses to my leadership team.
Yep.
So they get $500 a month for
what kind
their
of car?
Whatever car they want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Credit,
So they
credit.
they get money every month to make a car payment.
Wow.
But they didn't know they were getting that. They didn't work to get that. I gave them that for their hard work.
Have you heard the theory about jackpot? Mm-mm. So this is actually done on research on acknowledgement, right? And if we want it for human performance, and that if you give a jackpot to somebody or a collection of people, so a jackpot is actually a disproportionate reward to the situation.
Okay.
Right? That you can gain their either favor or their trust or their loyalty for an extraordinary long time. Again, as disproportionate. So it came from Anthony Robbins. Right? Robbins comes in when in seminars, you sign your name on a ping pong ball, right, at the beginning of the seminar.
Yeah.
And when the energy in the room gets crazy enough, right?
Yes, and it does.
Right, and they'll go in and they'll say everyone will start chanting "spin the wheel," and he'll go and pick a ping pong ball out of the thing. They'll come up on stage and spin the wheel, and people were winning Harleys, cars, a week at his place in Fiji.
Gosh.
Right? I mean, it was insane.
That is so awesome.
And the whole key of it, right, for him was two pieces. One was that energy, right? He wanted to reward the energy being this high.
Yeah.
Right, and so he gets more of it. The group gets more of it.
Yeah.
And then the second part about it is this disproportionate reward. He actually read the research on it, and he said that this person will be loyal forever. Forever.
Yeah.
Right? Because what do you do? Like we did something in one of our events. We had a 6,000 person event, and it's Oprah as a keynote.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Oh, the place went nuts.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
But as part of our games, what we do is we do a conference gamification. So we do a game over the conference. So if you're more engaged with the conference through our game, you can win prizes.
Right.
We got 10 front row seats.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome.
And this lady, you scan a QR code, and that's how it determines how you win. It's kind of random. And this lady started jumping up and down like it was like, Price is Right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So it just happened that she was African American, right? Just like total random. She comes out after 3 minutes of her jumping around in the Cosmopolitan hallway. She finally goes, okay, I'll tell you why. She opens this, cuts it out of her bag. She goes, I just finished writing my first book.
Oh my gosh.
She goes, and I put this quote in chapter 1. The quote is from Oprah, and then the last thing she says is, she goes, I set an intention. Yes,
put it out to the universe.
I set an intention to sit in the front row with Oprah, and we helped her do it.
Oh, that is so cool. A lot of people are in, especially network marketing, for the recognition, not for the money.
Oh, Tosh, say more.
People like to be recognized. People like to be, they want to see their name in lights. I mean, even if you've got it on social media, even if you give them a shout out, they love that stuff.
Yes.
There's a lot of people, and I'm a big believer of this, and this is why I've created the culture I've created in Innov8tive. People want to belong to something bigger than themselves.
Yeah, yes.
And so the culture that we have created is all about family. And it's all about being in a place. I wanted to create a culture where I wanted to go to work every day, where I wanted to be a part of it, where I was proud to say I'm a part of this. And we've done that. And every single part of our Innov8tive family plays a piece in that. Like they all add to the family.
What are the important either values or qualities of your family? Like the thing that makes you want to go there every day? Can you name some of them?
Integrity, for sure.
Integrity.
Always having the back of each other. That's uplifting, encouraging, empowering. Never the gossip, the criticizing, never, that kind of stuff. Always come from a place of gratitude.
Gratitude,
yes. Gratitude's huge. My leadership team's required to read or watch The Secret. And then the power of positive thinking, all that kind of stuff. Mindset's huge, absolutely huge. We're really big on making sure that especially network marketing, you can have companies that steal from each other.
Yeah.
We don't.
You either do that salesy thing where
We don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
You
We
cut
don't
it
do
off?
that.
Is it something, you know,
It's absolutely talked about in almost every single meeting we do.
don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's
Don't do
what
that
we don't
because
do.
what you do to other people, you're going to get back. And you always have to ask yourself, do I want someone to do that to me?
Yeah.
And it just doesn't happen. And
That's
you
cool.
know, not to say you don't have some people that try and come into your company, they're going to try something like that,
Sure.
but they find their way out the door really fast.
Yeah, it's like a heart getting rejected from a body.
Yeah.
It didn't fit.
Nope, didn't fit.
Doesn't matter how many
And I don't have to
drugs.
do anything about it as the CEO. I don't have to like kick
Yeah.
them out.
No.
They find their way out the door themselves.
That's the power of culture.
Yeah.
Right. A culture is what I like to tell people is the operating system of a group of people. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I think in team building, teamwork is that way too. That there's this operating system. Like if a group can actually find a norm to work really well together, then it does things like that. One is it'll operate really smoothly or at high performance, and number two is it'll reject things automatically without any extra effort. Right. The person will quit themselves, going, "This place
I
is
can't
not
do
for
this."
me."
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, it brings the best out in people, I think.
Yeah.
And so if you're not of that mindset,
Yeah.
you kind of go away pretty fast.
Well, tell me some of the upcoming goals or projects you're working on so that you're really excited about.
I just hired a new president.
Wow.
His name is Steve Schultz. He's amazing. Love, love, love him.
Okay.
He started June 1st, and he is been in the industry 28 years, $19 million earner.
Wow.
He's been on the corporate side now for about 5 years, and we are lucky enough to have gotten him. So super excited about that.
Congratulations.
Obviously, we're working on, we're about, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,800 promoters strong right now.
Wow. That's a key number that you're growing that all the time. Is
Yeah,
that right?
in about 18 months. So we've been in business, yeah. So we're doing really, really great in that respect.
Congrats.
Million a month is my first goal. Global.
Yeah.
Want to go global.
Got some friends in Taiwan. I told
Oh,
you.
well, let me tell
I
you.
bet they love this product in Taiwan.
Yeah, I cannot wait. I mean, I want to get our products and our business opportunity out to the masses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the last one? Okay. So you talked about your work-like family. So when you're not working, you know, what's something you're really, really passionate about?
My kids,
Yeah.
kids, yeah, for sure. They're the reason I started network marketing, like I mentioned,
Yeah.
with health products with my son. And so they are the reason I do what I do. I've been able to, provide them memories, trips. One of my very favorite things is I bought them all a brand new car for Christmas. I took them on a scavenger hunt around our neighborhood, and it ended in our neighbor's driveway with 3 brand new cars.
Oh, what kind of cars were they?
So they all actually picked out their own cars without knowing it.
Oh yeah, you kind of
So-
gave them around magazine. And like
So my
la-di-da.
oldest one got a Mazda 6, my middle one got a
Yeah.
Mazda 3, and my son, who by the way at this point wasn't even 16, he was 15 and a half,
Yeah.
got a Ford Mustang.
Oh, smart choice.
Yes,
Except for the
yes.
insurance, but smart
Yeah.
choice.
Yes, yeah. So they all still have their car. It's been 4 years now, and they've all have their cars, and isn't
Isn't WestJet, right, that put the ad out? Like they had a Christmas booth before you got on the flight. It would ask you what your Christmas wish is. And when they flew, they had 4.5 hours to shop for everything. And they put it.
Oh yes,
This
that
is like
is
one of the
so
greatest
cool.
videos of all
Yeah,
time.
Yeah,
When
that
they-
is so cool.
People got what they asked for. Like this guy asked for a TV, and I'm like, oh, somebody got socks.
Socks. My
You
kids.
get what you asked for.
My kids are so funny. The next year after the car thing, they're like, "What do we get this year, Mom? Helicopters?" And I'm like, "Yeah, haha. No, you got the cars. That's it. We go back to normal Christmases after that." But we've been able to take family and friends on trips, and
Yeah.
we took our son and his best friend and parents on a cruise for his graduation.
Oh.
Just think.
And they love it.
Oh, and they love it, and just things like that. We've been able to create memories, and yeah.
Well, see, I'll give you the hint, right? Hopefully you don't watch this video, but next Christmas you can give them a certificate and they can actually take a flight in a helicopter here at Boeing Field, right? And it's only $100. And
Really?
They will actually, you can pilot the helicopter 45 of the 60 minutes because it's basically a lesson.
My husband did the fighter pilot for a day.
Oh, I did
You
that
heard?
too.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I've
Did
done
you
that.
love it?
It's basically who can turn left faster.
Yeah. Oh.
Without stalling.
Yeah. Him and his best friend fought each other in the air. I'm like,
I grayed out.
Yeah.
I grayed out because I pulled 6.5 Gs.
Oh, jeez.
So
He loved it, though. He thought it was great.
Oh yeah, if you're playing. All right, well, do this last piece. Let's favor for this last piece, which is you're a storyteller. Tell us one of your greatest stories about either a product or something that's like really important to you, and then we can close off of that.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you a story about a person.
Okay,
one of
perfect.
my very favorite stories is about one of my promoters now. She's one of my leaders in my company. Her name is Sunshine. And Sunshine, yeah. And Sunshine came to me. She was with me in the last company, and she came to me one day at just a Christmas party. I had to get together at my house, just a really impromptu, and she came scared to death, totally shy, didn't know anyone.
Oh, new.
Right, brand new.
Yeah.
And I didn't even really know of her, really. And so we're in my living room having this little get together, and she's kneeling on the floor next to me. And I said, so tell me about you. Tell me about your goals. And she just had a baby. And she said, I don't want to go back to work. And I'm like, okay, tell me what that looks like. What is it going to take for you not to have to go back to work? And she said, well, I have to make $3,000 a month by next August. This is Christmas time, remember, for me to not have to go back after maternity leave. We had her making $3,000 by March, and she was up to $7,000 by August and never has had to go back to work. She's been able to be a stay-at-home mom.
Wow.
Yeah. And I have tons and tons of stories. Kendra in Wisconsin is pregnant with her second one. She was able to stay home with her first one. Now they're working on getting her husband home full time.
He's going to help out with the business. See, you're not discriminating, right? You actually help other
I love families that do it together. I have, sisters that work together. I have couples.
But you have the passion for the moms.
Love it. Love it.
Why
Yeah,
wouldn't
well, that
you?
was me. That was me. And my goal was I just wanted to raise my own kids. I didn't want to have kids to put them in daycare with someone else. And so I think those are the stories that are closest to my heart.
And it's really sometimes not about the products, but it's about the products is just one of the pieces that helps you do this thing.
Absolutely.
Have these priceless moments with your kids.
And my best friends are all in the business, right? I've met the most incredible people. Like my longest girlfriend, Julie, her name's Julie, she's been with me for 18 years.
Yeah.
And we've done this business together. So my assistant came from this business. And she's one of my very
workaholics,
best friends.
our best friends are the only ones we can keep in business.
Yes, they understand us.
Well, that's what I used to tell people. Like I used to think that it was the life-changing adventures, the tagline for our company, and I thought the people going through the programs was the life-changing adventure, but it's the people who work with me, because you spend way more time with them. You really get a chance to know them and can make a much bigger impact because you're closer to their life.
Well, and if you're going to spend how many hours of your life working, because you have to. Money makes the world go round. It is what we have to do. Do it with something you love and you're passionate about, because you're going to spend the time anyways.
Well, that's what we're saying. If you're going to spend the time, do it right. So, Heidi, tell a little bit about the website for your company if they're interested in your products or in working with you.
Checking it out. I would love it.
Yeah.
It's Innov8tive Nutrition, so www.innov8tive, which is spelled very unusually, INNOV, the number 8. TIVE nutrition.com. You can go check it out. We have incredible products, and for $50 you can sign up. I've created every single tool you can possibly imagine as a promoter to be successful for free. It all goes with that. $49.95 sign up, and the sky's the limit. You want to make $1,000 a month, $10,000, $100,000. It absolutely is possible.
That's cool. Startup cost of $50 to be an entrepreneur.
$50.
Plus training.
And all the training is free. We have a chief medical officer. We have social media strategists, marketing strategists. We have just amazing people.
And you never know when Heidi's going to walk in your meeting's door, okay? So you just gotta know that. That's the truth. Well, Heidi, it's so great to actually spend a little time with you. Thank you for sharing some of your secrets, and I hope to see you in the next leadership thing that you do.
Thank you for inviting me. This has been really fun. I've enjoyed it.
All right, we'll see you next time.